This is insane, but we just got a ton of leaked pictures from Spider-Man Brand New Day showing us our first look at a fight scene from the movie, new looks at all the villains in the film, plus some huge reveals about MJ and Hulk's characters in this movie. Let's talk about it all. Now, I'm going to be showing you comic book equivalent and fan-drawn versions of every leak that came out, because believe it or not, I actually like having my YouTube channel and not having it nuked by Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios. But if you go over to my X or Twitter at Vets Movies, I'm going to constantly retweet those posts over there with all the images I'm going to be talking about in this video. So you can kind of follow along there, and keep in mind there is a possibility that these are fake, but I've done my due diligence on researching these things, and it seems like 90% of these images are actually real leaks. The first one we have to talk about is a new look at a fight scene between Spider-Man and Tombstone in this movie, and it's pretty much an exact recreation of this spectacular Spider-Man comic book cover. Now, we already know from Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of the movie, that he said he is going to be recreating comic book covers in this movie. Now, in this leak set photo, it's kind of just taken from a different angle here, so we're kind of looking up at Tombstone holding Spider-Man in this construction building, just kind of dropping him off this ledge, it looks like. Now, it's a super low quality image if you're following along and looking at the images on X, but I do think it kind of looks like this actor Marvin Jones III, and I do believe this one is real. Again, it is very hard to tell. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, it doesn't look like Spider-Man because the butt in the suit doesn't look like Tom Holland's, which is insane analysis, by the way, but I'm pretty sure this would be a stunt double in the scene anyway, since it's Spider-Man with his mask on. But assuming this is real, Tombstone is going to be moving different in this movie, and we just know Spider-Man's going to be going through it with all the different villains in this film. Now, speaking of all these other villains, another one in the leaked image is more concept art of Boomerang, but it's like the real life guy playing him with the actual suit, and it looks incredibly accurate to this suit from the comic, and honestly looks absolutely incredible. Now, we do know most likely characters like Boomerang and some of the other villains I'll show in a second, and probably Tombstone even, are going to be much smaller roles in this movie. It seems like Tombstone's probably going to have the biggest role out of any of the villains in this film. I think we are definitely building up to that kind of street level Kingpin big team up event, assuming Marvel can get the rights to put him in a Spider-Man movie. Because I mean, Boomerang is this assassin guy that has worked with Kingpin a lot in the comics. He's definitely affiliated in the kind of mob underground life in New York City. We also got some concept art of the villain Tarantula, who again is probably going to be the smallest role in this entire movie. I imagine he's literally just going to get like beat up by Spider-Man in like an opening montage or something, but he does look pretty sick. It's very similar to this suit, but the middle, instead of being like this logo, is a lot more full blue. And I'm honestly kind of starting to think that we have all the villains that are going to be in this movie, and there might not actually be like a Mr. Negative or some other bigger twist villain. I think it's going to be Spider-Man, like I said, dealing with characters like Boomerang, Tarantula, probably Scorpion in the first half of the film or an opening montage. Tombstone might end up being like the side villain of the movie that's not like the main guy at the end of the film. And I'm actually starting to buy into the rumors that Savage Hulk might end up being the main villain of this movie. Now, we do know apparently that he's going to be gray in this film, but the marketing material for the film is going to make him look green just to kind of hide the surprise. We know Marvel does this all the time in marketing and trailers. There are no leaked images of this, and no, this one above me is not AI generated. It is fan art from John Gallagher, which honestly I would be okay with. I'm just really wondering, if there isn't Mr. Negative in this movie, how does Hulk from when we last saw him in the MCU, which I believe was She-Hulk, honestly I can't even keep track of this dude anymore with all his random appearances, but what on earth is going to be the thing that leads him to turning into Savage Hulk and absolutely losing control, more so than he even did in Age of Ultron? Is it going to somehow tie it into Sadie Sink's character, since we know she's 99% playing Jean Grey in this movie, or are we going to see some other X-Men or something that like unleashes this side of Hulk? Another leak that came out that I cannot find the photo of to save my life. If you have it, please send it to me, but people are claiming there is a leaked photo of MJ kind of concept art of just Zendaya, but it does show her having her more comic accurate red hair. I mean, we already know her and Ned are returning in this film, and while we do definitely know it's probably going to be a smaller role in this movie, I'm sure by the end of this film or early on in Spider-Man 5, we're going to see her and Tom Holland Spider-Man get back together. So I definitely think they're going to try to turn her a bit more into that classic comic MJ. Maybe we see her go the actress route again, like we did in the Raimi movies. Again, I cannot find the photo to save my life. This is just a picture of Zendaya in real life with red hair. Now, there is a leaked photo of Scorpion going around too, which I'm pretty sure is the fake one out of all these, because it came way after the other two concept art leaks, and I think it would be way too easy to just generate it with AI knowing what the other ones look like. But if it isn't, I'll just describe it quickly. It is him in his green suit. It's a little bit more muted of a green than this one, and he doesn't have his helmet on. Apparently, we do know that's going to be true. He's not going to be wearing the helmet a lot in this film. If you want to hear some more crazy Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday news straight from the Russo brothers, click the video at the top of the screen, or if you want to hear all about the new Spider Noir TV show, click the video at the bottom, and thank you for watching.